How are you, Damian?
I'm doing pretty good, man. How you doing?
I'm doing fine. So, tell me about this kid. Tell me about this kid. How old is he?
15 days old now, man. But
Wow.
you know, it's been the best experience of my life so far, man. There's no greater joy.
I bet. So, how? Look, I'll never forget the first few days of being a dad for the first time. It was it bowled me over, and I felt a little different. Has that changed you in any way, shape, or form already, Damian?
I think it is. You know, it's changing me slowly. I think I'm just more easygoing about stuff. You know, I think the best example I could give you is our last road trip. You know, we trying to clinch a division title and clinch home court the playoffs, and we go 0 for 4 on the road. And you know, we finished it with a tough loss in Denver. And usually in that situation, I'd be pissed off and I'd be worried. But when I got on that plane, I was just like, man, can't wait to get home to hold my son and feed him his bottle and change him and just be at home with my son. So I think it's changed me in that way. Like I'm able to I guess, cope with things a little bit better and be more positive about stuff.
So you're getting in there. You're changing diapers. You're hands on.
I'm doing that. I'm all in, man.
Okay.
Daddy daycare.
Okay, can get it. Give new meaning to Rip City when you're changing. I'm sure right there.
Man,
be careful.
Man.
Be careful.
Man, I got my hand.
That's right.
Feet all over, man. All that, man.
So interesting. So when you said that maybe you're taking things a little bit more in stride, is it true that your coach has had to institute blackout periods, that no shooting is allowed because you are always in the gym and some of your teammates will go there and join you, and sometimes the coaches want you guys to rest and there is no rest? Is that a true fact, Damian?
I'm not. I don't want to say that he has blackout days because I'm always in the gym. I think it's because of, like, just our team as a group, we work. You know, I think that's one thing that we have established is a great culture and a good work environment. So even on days where he'll say, all right, it's optional, everybody will show up. So, you know, it's got to the point where he's like, man, what's the point of having these optional days if everybody's going to come in here and be working? So, you know, it kind of turned into a blackout day to where it just don't come. And we'll still have guys, you know, sometimes on the blackout day, I'll come in a little bit later just to get in the cold tub or the hot tub, shoot some free throws, and I'll see Baz in here or I'll see Chief in here getting us some shots. So I think it's just who our group is, who we are. You know, we come in and we put our time in.
Damian Lillard, three-time NBA All-Star here on the Rich Eisen Show. So the opportunity in front of you, Damian, not many people think that the Trailblazers have much of a shot in the era of the super team with the Warriors right in front of you as a 2 seed and Houston and 1 seed in front of you. How do you respond to something like that?
I mean, I don't think it's really a response for it, you know, other than going out there and putting your best foot forward. I don't think it's any different than what people have said about us since we had the roster turnover. We had supposed to be in a rebuilding year, going into my 4th year. And, you know, we get the 5th seed, get out of the first round, lose to Golden State in a hard-fought series. Last year, a few steps back, you know, we fight our way to the 8th seed, lose to Golden State, you know, the eventual champion again. And then this year, you know, they said that we would be the team that would, you know, probably be on the outside looking in. And we come in a really tough year in the West and get the 3 seed. So I think what that says about our team is that, you know, we're really not thinking about what people think of us or what they think we're capable of. We just, like I said, we put our work in. You know, we got a great group. We are truly a together group. You know, I think our strength is in our unity. And, you know, we feel like we play Golden State well. If that's who we had to get through, we feel like we play Houston well, even though they beat us in every game this year. It was a lot of, you know, closely contested games. But our focus is on New Orleans. You know, that we've had a competitive series against them this season, and we got to get past them first.
Growing up in Oakland, did you want to be a Warrior? Is that what you were thinking about when you were on the playgrounds growing up on Oaktown?
No, I didn't grow up wanting to be a Warrior, but I grew up a Warriors fan. You know, I was a huge Warriors fan. You know, they were a bad team back then, so I was able to. My dad was able to get us season tickets, and you know, it was hardly anybody at the game. Security was bad. We was able to. Me and my brother used to go back after the game and get everybody's autographs. As soon as they came out the locker room, and nobody stopped us. You know, just Antoine Jameson, Bontigo Cummings, you know, all those dudes. Terry Cummings, Mike Dunleavy, Mookie Blaylock, you know,
Mookie Blaylock,
Tony Farmer. It was those years. Bob Serra was there. John Starks at the end of his career. So, like, you know, I never wanted to be a Warrior, but I was a huge Warriors fan.
So, who did you want to be? I mean, who was your guy?
I mean, my guy around that time was, you know, AI. I never wanted to play for the Sixers, but I was a huge Iverson fan.
Why is that?
Just because he was always the smallest guy on the court, but, you know, had the biggest heart and the passion. And he always reminded me of, like, a neighborhood dude. You know, like you said, coming from Oakland, I really admired how he was, you know, leading the NBA in scoring. You know, he had the tattoo, he had the braids, he was wearing a sleeve, he had the signature shoe. He was the answer. You know, I think he was what a lot of us would have liked to be. You know, he was what we wanted to be.
How did you wind up at Weber State, Damian? How did that happen?
Just didn't get recruited. I remember, you know, going into 11th grade, and you know, nobody on my AAU team was getting recruited, and you know, the guy that I played for, Raymond Young, was like, he had a lot of college coaches that were his friends, and you know, he was connected because he had sent so many players off. And I remember he got together all the best guards in my class in Oakland. Me, Kwame Vaughn, there was another guy a year behind me that played a few years in the league when I first got in the league, Will Cherry, who plays overseas now. My best friend, P.J. Taylor, we all went to a gym, and he got this coach from Loyola Chicago, how funny is that, to come watch us work out. And he came, and we all worked out and played one-on-one and did all these drills and stuff. And they started recruiting me kind of just based off of that, but I felt like it was more of a favor. I had a good summer on the circuit in Weber State. You know, at one of the games, you know, there was one coach at the game, and it was Coach Randy Ray from Weber State. And they started recruiting me hard and, you know, developed a relationship with him. And it wasn't like no big-time schools came along or nothing like that. So I just kind of went with the people that I developed some trust with and, you know, people I was comfortable with.
And you wear the number 0 representing the letter O from Oakland, and obviously now you play in Oregon. Do you feel now that you play basketball in Portland, in the Pacific Northwest, beautiful state of Oregon, that you're overlooked, that this is a theme for you, Damian Lillard, your whole life, that you're overlooked? Would you?
Yeah, I think that's been my story. You know, just I guess being looked past. You know, I don't want to say overlooked because I think people see what I do. They just look past it. In high school, like I was saying, on the circuit, I played against all the best players, and I was having big games. You know, so I remember seeing, you know, all these high major schools at the game, seeing players on the opposite team. So, you know, they had to see what I was doing. They just looked past it, you know, because they was looking at something else. Same thing in college. You know, I would have big games when I played against big schools, and they was there to see somebody else. So, you know, and I think now being in Portland, you know, people got to stay up late on the East Coast to watch us play. We don't play on TV, you know, 2 and 3 times a week. So I think it's easy to look past it. So, I mean, I think that's just been my story.
Are you also looked past as a rapper in your mind, Damian? As a hip-hop artist?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
I think I get a fair amount of respect with my music, you know, to be a player in the NBA. You know, a lot of people have taken the time to listen instead of just saying, oh, he's just an NBA player doing music. You know, I've had a lot of, you know, artists reach out to me and say that. You know, they really respect my music.
Let's drop names. Who's reached out to you about that?
Lil Wayne.
That's right. Okay.
Lil Durk.
Okay.
2 Chainz.
Okay.
Juvenile.
Okay. And now Lil Rich right now.
Lil Rich.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That's me.
Appreciate that, man.
Yeah, you got it. Yeah. No, look, I like I said, I've been a big fan of watching you play for a while, and living out here on the West Coast, coming from the East Coast, having been on SportsCenter for as long as I was, you know, there is an East Coast bias. There is no question about it. That's what people pay attention to a lot. But in terms of your last one for you here, Damian, in terms of your music, okay, I read an article recently that Quincy Jones said the best guitarist he's ever heard live is Paul Allen.
Yeah.
The owner of the Blazers, guy who signs the checks.
Yep.
Would you agree with that?
I never heard. Actually, I have heard him play. I saw a video of him playing.
And what do you think?
He does play very well, and I've seen a few of his guitars, and you know, they're really nice. Really nice.
Can why don't you sample something from him in one of your next songs? What do you think of that?
I mean, that's something that I would definitely do. You know, but you don't know with all these rules these days. You don't know what you can and can't do. So, fine line.
Look at me playing Dr. Dre right here. Look at me. What do you think? You know, just straight out of Oakland, straight out of Portland. Hey, Damian, good luck to you. You feeling all right? Last one for you. Your ankle good? Everything good going into these playoffs here?
Yeah, I feel pretty good, man. I feel pretty good trying to get myself right for the weekend.
Okay. Damian, don't be a stranger. Really enjoyed our chat, and I look forward to the next time, and I look forward to you going deep into the playoffs for you.
Hey, anytime, man. Thanks for having me.
You bet. I appreciate it. At Dame_Lillard. Damian Lillard of the 3-seed Portland Trailblazers.
The Rich Eisen Show, weekdays at noon Eastern on Audience.